There is no major town. Yes, there is no major town in the north that does not have at least 1,000 churches. Some more populous major northern towns have between 2 to 5,000 churches, and these numbers do not include Christian schools. There is no town in the southeast or south excluding Edo that has up to 50 mosques, no matter how big it is, and Islamic schools are non-existent in many. Even in Edo and the southwest, where there are significant Muslim populations, there is hardly a town there that has up to 500 mosques. It is therefore the height of inferiority complex that borders on godlessness, lack of sincere faith, and deep knowledge of the God we serve, as well as deceit and mischief with satanic intent to stir up bloodshed when we Christians in Nigeria claim religious persecution, marginalization, and Islamization, whereas in actual fact we Christians are the ones pushing from every corner of the country to Christianize Nigeria with our godless, greed-driven commercial proliferation of churches and schools for material gains and profit. No mega church in Nigeria has a target of establishing less than 100,000 churches with schools every year all over Nigeria. Some, like Winners, have and equally celebrated lavishly the establishment of 500,000 churches with schools around Nigeria yearly, while some, like Redeem, have as a matter of documented policy and vision the establishment of a church within 5 minutes walking distance everywhere in Nigeria. How those who have committed themselves to a commercial Christianization of Nigeria through their commercialization of God's salvation, mercies, favors, and grace turn back to fabricate or contrive intolerance from others, then scream persecution and Islamization is beyond me. God is more than capable of fighting for himself and doesn't require the help of mere sinful mortals. Let us Christians and Muslims quit dragging God's name into a greedy enterprise and satanic bloodthirsty agenda. This latest attempt to destroy another shining light in Nigeria will not fly. Una don finish with Abba Kyari, and in less than a week has moved to Zulum using religious intolerance. Who will be next in a pathetic descent into a nation that takes a sickening pleasure and pride in devouring its best, elevating and rewarding its worst? The amount of energy, time, resources, and blood we waste fighting for God who doesn't need our help can be put into fighting our personal character flaws, mental laziness, oversized entitlement on everything in life for free, failures and challenges as individuals and as a nation. Only then Nigeria will become a paradise for all. That is somebody's opinion, meaning that the repeated lies about Islamization and Fulanisation from Professor Michael Ogweke's perspective, that it is all lies, that when you hear Fulanisation and Islamization, that it is all lies, according to Professor Michael Ogweke's perspective. Let's hear what Nigerians are saying, whether they are going to agree with him or not. My view about what you wrote is that you are biased and couldn't see beyond your nose. A hired writer and an agent or tell within the church, as you claim to be a Christian, you are not enlightened, though you claim to be a professor. If you are, we would have known that Muslims don't use establishment of mosques and schools to get convert, but government apparatus and swords. Oga Professor, put your jealousy and sentiment and learn what you don't know before going to press, so that your lack of knowledge will not be exposed. Professor knows what is happening. That is what he tried to draw your attention. You Christians, that Buhari Islamizing Nigeria and Fulanisation of the country. Tell me a state that the state is owned by Fulani alone, but there are many states in Nigeria whether 95% of the population are the one of the same tribe. There is none, because they are not indigenous. They are migrants and settlers. Hope this is not a sycophancy. The Bible says that the earth is of the Lord. Every spiritually gifted Christian knows what is going on in the realm of the spirit. So we are on our knees, scattering on the plan going on against Nigeria. It is only stupid can be confused for this article. Well spoken, very interesting point. It is both shocking and shameful that a professor would condescend so low as to lend himself and all he represents for hire as a hack author to turn the truth on its head. Reality and the truth is there for everybody. Those who are affected will have a better story to tell. Whether he says this or he said another thing, it is inconsequential. It is what is happening that people are talking about. Well, he's entitled to his opinion. Another southern slave doing the bidding of his master. All these compromised Christian leaders who collect money from non-Christian organizations should stop polluting already tense religious environment. Nigeria is a member of OIC and other ones, and you are confusing yourself and your likes. Go and sleep. Your time is out. This is one of the many professors who are worse than illiterate. How can you claim to be a professor when you cannot carry out in-depth analysis of a situation but sees everything from the peripheral? By their fruit you shall know them, says the Bible. It is not everyone who goes by English name is a Christian. You have a lot of antichrist who goes by English name and people mistake them as Christians. The one identified here is one of them whose God is money, as you can see him bending before Buhari. It's both shocking and shameful that a professor would condescend so low to lend himself for hire as a hack author, even in these days when they come for a dime or a dozen here. This primitive writer cannot be a Christian and any description. Although Buhari and his cabal initially wanted to hide their agenda concerning Islamization and Fulanisation of the entire Nigeria, yet as time went on, some of his reckless Fulanis unguardedly exposed the Fulani agenda on social media, and it thus became an open secret, especially as some of the reckless Fulani started boasting that the oil in Bayelsa State and all southern states belong to Fulani, all lands, everything, because according to the demons, their patriarch Uthman Dan Fodio commanded them to use a jihad to effect his command. So this fake professor didn't hear the boast of the Fulanis claiming ownership of Nigeria and all its weight in southern Nigeria. The primitive professor is not better than an imbecile. The problem is that those in position of authority must be seen and promoting one religion or the other. That is when it becomes Islamization or Christianization. This writer is totally blind to current events under Buhari's government. Look at Buhari's appointment. Even the blind can attest to the fact that Nigeria has been Fulanized and Islamized already.